Alrighty, y'all, it's time. Training camp is officially here and day one is in the books. Let's talk about what happened to Ashburn today.
After 20 years, you know we back on. No more Snyder, more McLaurin. One forward with the passion, you know we scoring. FedEx field back lit, no it is not boring. John Allen lead the troops, yeah you know we storming. Burgundy and gold in my veins, yeah I bleed that. St. Jude saw the ball, grab a pig, yeah I need that.
Yeah, Command Nation, yeah we back, let's go, left and up, right up, yeah we back, let's go.
What they say, left and up, right up, it's time to take command, you know it's awesome, we back, yeah, we back, After 20 years, you know we back, no more Snyder, more McLaurin. One forward with the passion, you know we scoring. FedEx field back lit, no it is not boring. John Allen lead the troops, yeah you know we storming. Burgundy and gold in my veins, yeah I bleed that. St. Jude saw the ball, grab a pig, yeah I need that. 1999 when it
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We are the Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, we're here with training camp recap day one. Without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new content like this to the channel. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers. Please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Thank you so much. Let's get straight into today's video. So I'm very excited that today is finally the first day of training camp. Let me know what you guys think I could do differently to switch up training camp recaps this year. You know, it's typically me just talking about what happened, and I want to be different to engage more viewers and keep you guys interested. So if you guys have any tips or ideas I could do to maybe switch it up this year and keep you guys more interested, let me know. Don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section or some tips or anything. Now that out the way, let's go ahead and talk about today's practice. So what's going down at Ashburn? I may title this series, instead of saying training camp recap, maybe I might say what's going down in Ashburn. Maybe that's the new name for it. But today, Josh Hurst was there for day one of training camp, and again, a very exciting time. Something new, a fresher breath air, or a breath of fresh air rather. It's just exciting, you know what I'm saying, that he was there. We actually have an owner that attends things and is a part of things. Definitely fun. Now on to some more not so good news. We got Daron Payne day to day with a toe injury. Now I'm not too concerned with Daron Payne's toe injury. I think it's fine, you know what I'm saying. So hopefully it's nothing too major that can linger throughout camp, preseason, and the regular season. Hopefully it's nothing that serious. Now I don't think it is, only because yesterday when Ron Rivera had his presser, he said that everybody passed the condition test and he did not make mention to Daron Payne's toe injury. So that's what's making me feel like it may not be that serious, you know what I'm saying, because if it was, he probably would have made mention to it yesterday. Maybe he did it this morning on the way into work or something, you know. So I'm just assuming that it's not that serious, and let's hope that it stays that way. Now with Daron Payne being absent, what are some guys that could take advantage of it? You know, you got guys like maybe John Ridgway, you know, or Fedarian Mathis that wouldn't typically get these kind of reps or snaps because Daron Payne will be in there, but now he's out, you know, for day to day. Maybe those guys take advantage of it and they make a noise for themselves, right? Now let's get into more of the notes today. Shout out to my guy Zach Selsby for reporting on the news. He says players catching kicks while the rest of the Commanders are stretching: Milne, Dotson, Casimir Allen, Kyrick McGowan, and Mitchell Tinsley. Now, as we know, there is a kicking return competition going on. As we know, Casimir Allen is like the favorite. We think he can come in and provide some type of spark back there. We just got Byron Pringle yesterday, so I'm assuming that he may join this group in the near future. But honestly, if I had to pick a name right now, I would love for it to be Casimir Allen. You know how I feel about Dax Milne. I'm a guy that likes Dax Milne because he's safe. He's not the most explosive or most fun to watch, but at least he's safe and he can be any corrals in the catch. John Dawson, don't want him on kicks. You know, I would much rather have him just be a receiver because he's too valuable to this offense to throw back there on punt returns. Unless, you know, we stupidly need a spark, right? Then after that, you got Sam Howell connecting with Brian Robinson. That's always fun to watch. Sam Howell, Jacoby Brissett throwing passes to the wide receivers, warming up. New Commanders wide receiver Byron Pringle catches a pass from Brissett. Bieniemy already in the zone, just yelled at the players not to slow down on every play, and every play is live, it's work time. So again, you're going to hear about me talking about Eric Bieniemy yelling at the players all summer long, all camp long, because you know he don't play. Love to see it, man. It's go time. It ain't no more OTAs, it ain't no more mini camps, it's none of that. It's training camp and it's time to get after it. So love to see it. Another thing, you know, at the first couple of days may not be padded practices. We'll probably get padded practices next week, which you already know how that is. The first week is typically the welcome week, and it's still practice, still hard practice, but they ain't gonna be making no contact until probably later this week, early next week. Next thing you got is how starting 7-on-7 drills with a strike to Jahan Dawson. Defense seemed to think they got a fumble, but the play was clearly over. And I love to see that connection going on, and of course Sam Howell is going to look good against his teammates. It's practice now. I'm not saying defense can't make plays on the ball. It's always good to see Sam Howell doing well. But of course, he's probably going to look really good against his own team because, again, it's still only day one. But nevertheless, love to see Sam Howell doing his thing. Next thing you got is Howell follows up the pass to Dawson with a rainbow to Gibson. So love to see that. Nice job by Cam Curl covering Terry McLaurin. Good ball placement, but jumped out his reach because of the Curl's coverage. Now again, this is Cam Curl that's due for a contract extension after this season. Maybe he balls out and gets it during the season. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that we talked about with Cam Curl is his lack of turnovers. And if he can get some turnovers this year, he's going to solidify himself as one of the best safeties in football and get paid. Now I think he's already one of the best safeties in football, but the gripe that a lot of people have on him again is turnovers. If he can change that this year, he's without a doubt top safety in the game. Now you move on to the next thing. Really nice throwing catch from Howell to McLaurin, who had Forbes all over him. So good thing Forbes in coverage keeping up with Terry, but just a better catch and better throw. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes great offense beats great defense. That's just how it is. Great battle for the ball between St. Juice and Curtis Samuel. Howell placed the ball exactly where it needed to be, but St. Juice knocked it away. So it seems like Sam Howell is locked in, man, and he's making all the right throws, you know what I'm saying, and just better defense. And again, that's just how it is. Like I just said, sometimes better offense beats better defense, sometimes better defense beats better offense, you know what I'm saying? Everything isn't going to always be complete. We got the first interception of camp. It comes from DJ Stingers. Jake Fromm was the quarterback on the play. Now Jake Fromm is a guy that is probably going to be the third string guy, but he's not the best. I was actually pretty sad that they cut Tim DeMore. I thought Tim DeMore was going to be a guy that could actually compete for that third quarterback spot because he had crazy numbers in college. Maybe he comes back and he gets to make it on the practice squad, but I would much rather have a guy like Tim DeMore take a chance on him than, you know, stick it with Jake Fromm because Jake Fromm is not that good. Then after that, you got a catch from Brian Robinson to start team drills. Made an over-the-shoulder grab now near the sideline with near-perfect ball placement from Sam Howell. So again, Sam Howell with the ball placement, it seems to be on the money. And Brian Robinson working out with the wide receivers this summer is showing off early. So love to see it. Terrell Burgess, a guy that we signed earlier this offseason, gets another pick for the defense. Looked like the ball bounced off of John Bates' shoulder. Brissett was the quarterback on the play. Terrell Burgess is a guy that can make this that can also make this roster. Adding more depth to that back end of the secondary. Don't be surprised if he does that. Now he's already off to a very good start in training camp. Logan Thomas just used all of his 6'6" frame to reach out and grab a pass from Sam Howell. Force on the coverage. So Derek Force covering, Logan Thomas. Again, he's a safety, so he's going to cover the middle of the field. And I'm expecting a big bounce back year from Logan Thomas, man, if he can stay healthy. Next thing, you got nice recovery and PBU from Forbes on Byron Pringle, who had the ball briefly on the pass from Howell. Forbes knocked it loose before Pringle could secure it. So shout out to Emmanuel Forbes making making plays early on. Another pick from the defense, this time it was Christian Holmes on a pass from Jacoby Brissett. Christian Holmes is a guy that's going to be competing for the back end of that cornerback room. You know, Christian Holmes hit last year. Wasn't the best year for Christian Holmes as a quarterback, but Sip definitely was solid as a special teams guy. So maybe this is the year that he can lock in and become a depth slot guy for us. So shout out to him. With grabbing that pick. Now that's the end of practice here with Zach Selsby. I'm sure it's pretty much a lot of other notes, but I go to Zach Selsby 9 times out of 10. Ron Rivera is addressing the media now. He thought all 3 quarterbacks played well and did some good things. There was a lot to build off of, and he's excited for the development of camp as it progressed. Now I watched a little bit of Ron Rivera's press conference, and he talked about the practice not being as long today. As the days go on, the practice will increase today, which is 90 minutes, and everybody looked good. You know what I'm saying? He's not even worried about nobody not looking good or bad. He's more so worried about how their body's going to react to now following up with another practice tomorrow, because training camp is pretty much every day, right? So he's curious to see how their body reacts to tomorrow, and then the day after that, and the day after that, and that will really tell the story. He said he's very impressed with the retention of these guys, that some of these guys that learned everything from minicamp, OTAs, he's very impressed with how they remember a lot of these things, so that's good. We have a smart unit. Rivera says this on Chase Young. He showed up ready to rock and roll today for the first day. Chase Young does not have on his knee brace now. It may just be a practice thing where he doesn't wear it. Maybe he wears it in a game, or maybe Chase Young is just no brace needed anymore. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind him wearing the brace. I know it could potentially limit him, but if he feels comfortable with or without the brace, it doesn't matter to me. I'm just glad he's out there and he's healthy. Josh Harrison introduced himself to the players today, and Rivera said it was a cool moment for the players to hear from him on his vision and standards going forward. Rivera said Commanders are looking for a competition at kicker with the signing of Michael Badgley. And then again, like I said, I love that signing. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily saying Michael Badgley's the guy or he'll be good, but more so just to push Joey Slott, make him earn the starting kicking gig. You know what I'm saying? Because again, that's what a lot of teams go wrong, is making their kickers feel comfortable. Unless your name is Justin Tucker, Daniel Carlson, Harrison Buckner, you should not be comfortable. You should have some type of kicking competition. You know what I'm saying? So maybe Michael Badgley actually beats Joey Slott, but at worst case scenario, it is training camp and it is a competition, and I love to see it. Compete, competition is all you're going to hear from me all summer long. Derek Force is at the mic, said the defensive emphasized in creating turnovers during this year's training camp. The defense had forced 4 picks today, and I love it. You guys know we already had a really, really good defense last year. Now adding ball hawks and guys that's going to take the ball away is going to only increase this defense even more, because that is one thing that we lacked at last season. So 4 picks day 1, love to see it. So in day 1, it looks like it was pretty even on the offensive and defensive side. Again, that's what I love to see, competition, man. Again, the defense was good last year, but like I said before, we only struggled at takeaways. So to see us having 4 interceptions in day 1, again, that is progress and love to see it. So that's all I have for y'all in today's video. As we go on, videos will get longer and much more interesting. I will be going live tonight at around 7:30, 8 o'clock to discuss more of day 1 and what we should expect in day 2 and all training camp news. So come through for that. And again, don't forget to let me know what y'all think I could do to make these training camp recaps more interesting, instead of just talking to y'all, and what I can do to keep y'all more interested. So as always, me and boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Hail to the Washington Commanders. 1 over to 6,000 subscribers. Please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Thank you so much. See y'all later. I'm out. Peace.
Burgundy and gold in my veins, yeah, I bleed that. St. Juice or the ball, grab a pig, yeah, I need that. 1999 when it went wrong, but now we gonna turn a party like it's 99. Chase, I'm off the edge, hey, what's up, 99?